Welcome to Extra Throttle House. I'm Thomas.
And I'm James.
And the keen-eyed among you may notice that our usual location for our basement couch chat is a bit different. We're not in the basement.
We've exchanged it for a love seat that we found on the side of the road.
Yeah, $0 for this.
$0.
Yeah.
And today we're going to talk about something. Well, we're going to actually try and be
Like
crystal ball people.
Crystal ball people.
They're a community.
There are better words to describe what he means.
We are going to predict, we are going to reminisce, we are going to in cover.
Yeah. So I've realized this is a shorter couch. I'm not going to put my arm there. Yeah. So we're going to talk about some cars that we think are becoming modern classics and cars that are going to, in the future, be sought after. The ones that you're going to look back and go, ooh, that was a great car. And arguably cars that are going to go up in value. Right.
And we have no real way to measure that, but thanks to AutoTempest, who have sponsored this video, we're going to use their new price trends feature, which shows the direction they're going in. So that doesn't mean it's an exact science that they won't become classics at one point, but it is currently our best estimate. And the rule for this is that the car has to have been able to be purchased brand new in the last 5 years.
Yes.
Anything further back than that, it was just too easy.
It was too easy, yeah.
Yeah.
And we're also going to do a list of cars that we think are going to age very badly. Cars that are going to become the ones that you look back and go, oh, that was a bad choice by that manufacturer.
And these are going to be controversial. They may not be the ones you expect.
Yeah.
Why don't we start with the good?
The good, okay.
The first one, the BMW M5 CS.
Okay, this is one of those cars that it took what, 100 meters of driving before you were like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
it just feels special.
Yeah, at all times, right?
It looks fantastic. That frozen green paint, the gold wheels, the bucket. I think it was the first time we had those proper bucket seats.
I think so. Well, either way, there's buckets in the back.
Buckets in the back.
Yeah.
That's how you know. It's ridiculously quick.
Yeah.
Even though we raced it against a normal 911 Turbo non-S. And it got roasted.
That's irrelevant.
That's irrelevant.
Yeah.
But it was there.
Yeah. This is one of those cars where BMW says they removed a bunch of weight, but if you actually look at the numbers, they didn't remove that much weight. But it didn't matter because it felt 500 pounds lighter than the regular M5 competition. It's a car that was so much more than the sum of its parts. Huge skids. You could do huge skids in that car.
The chassis felt so stiff,
it was
so put together.
Taut, the whole thing.
It was, in its moment, and quite obviously then, the best of BMW, and maybe still the best BMW. I haven't driven a better BMW since.
No, all things, there's some classic BMWs that are obviously amazing for their own reasons.
Yeah.
But in terms of all things considered, I think the M5 CS is borderline peak BMW as a brand.
So looking at the AutoTempest price trends feature.
Yes. It's
sort of holding a bit, losing a bit.
Yeah.
I think as there's been a new M5, things have changed, but it's certainly, it's a question mark.
It's a question mark.
Whether we're going to be correct or not. And that's okay. I can live with that. And if the price drops, we'll buy one because we win anyway.
Yeah, everyone wins. You get to own an M5 CS. So yeah, I think that's definitely one of those cars that I still think about that car frequently.
I know. I look at every time it's on an auction. I look at it.
Yes, yeah.
And that's an example of where the manufacturer nailed what the buyer wanted.
Yes.
Which brings us on to our next modern classic,
the Lexus LC500. I feel like y'all saw that coming.
It was pretty
coming.
obvious, but it is really good.
And I feel like some people might say, I think I've heard people say this, and I've seen comments of people say that the LC500 styling-wise is going to age badly. I don't think that's true. It is so daring in its design.
It's also spec dependent. Very spec dependent.
Yeah, you can do some pretty boring specs, can't you? But I mean, I'm just talking about the general shape and the design of the headlights.
Yes.
And it is unorthodox. They didn't go for standard versions of pretty and symmetry and stuff in a car.
No.
But I think that it works for the car.
It's been out 10 years.
Yeah.
And I don't think the design in my mind has aged in that time.
No.
In my time, it's frozen in time. It's the thing I saw,
no,
and
you're
it still
right.
looks fine.
Yeah, like if it came out today, if they released it today,
yes,
it wouldn't feel out of place.
It's not massively powerful.
No.
It's got an amazing sound, naturally aspirated V8. It's not super sharp, as we showed in our 911 LC500 comparison. It's wafty. It's something that wasn't born on the Nürburgring. It was born to be the thing you want your car to be, the thing you want your F-Type to be, that sort of, it's nice.
Well, it's just fun. It's just it's a car that really doesn't take itself too seriously, and I think that is reflected in the values. Like, people understand what they're buying, right?
Yes.
No one's buying an LC500 today going like, I've bought the best performance car for the money.
No.
They're buying it because they understand it, and the people that understand it are ready to pay for that experience.
Like the M5 CS, they bought the time capsule,
yeah,
a snapshot in time of what Lexus can do at its best.
Yes.
Get rid of all the other stuff I said. That was more succinct.
That was better. We'll just keep that in, and we'll cut everything else that we set out.
And looking at the price trends tool, they hold.
They do. They're holding. Absolutely,
they hold. Obviously, they're still being made, so they're not flying up. I don't know what the future holds for them, because I know the LFA, like its big brother, the LFA, is worth way more now.
That's a bit of calling the LFA a big brother.
It's 100% the big brother.
It is. It's like,
It's a really big brother.
It's
like the big brother that's already got a great job while you're in kindergarten.
Yeah, the big brother is like a scholar, and he's cured cancer.
Put it this way: if there was one LC500 and he died, way more people would listen to his album afterwards.
Yes, I understand what you're saying. Actually.
We didn't say we were good at this.
We don't know what we're doing.
The next one.
Yes.
The Giulia Quadrifoglio.
Yeah, so this is one of those cars that I still look at frequently. And as we were prepping for this, I looked and I was like, wait a second, I can get one of these for this much money? Do I do it? He had to tell me to not buy 4 cars while we prep for this.
The Quadrifoglio is interesting because it sort of goes against the grain of the fundamentals of what you'd expect there to be as a classic. It is automatic only.
Yeah.
It is turbocharged.
Well, here it is anyway.
It doesn't have a V8.
Yeah.
That's it. Everything else is really good.
Everything else is great.
Yeah.
It's like, it looks timeless. It's beautiful. I don't think anyone disagrees on that.
No, it's
right?
a masterclass in chassis engineering. It's
the best like steering and chassis in the class still to this day.
I compare it as a 4-door Cayman. That's the feeling of it.
And once we figured out that they just put the wrong battery in it, the reliability issues seem to have evaporated. So I don't know. I think that's one of those ones that you're going to see in an auction 20 years from now, and they're going to be going for the same amount of money that you see now, right?
That isn't the case today. You can steal them.
You can.
You can steal them, maybe because of their reputation, or maybe because there's an abundance. I don't know.
I don't think there's an abundance. I think it's still the reliability reputation.
And the interior is a bit meh.
The interior is meh. Not visually, but like tactility.
Yeah, if you get out of a Giulia Quadrifoglio and into a new M3,
yeah,
you are going to realize how different.
Very noticeable.
But
that doesn't stop me from like lusting after 90s Alfa Romeos. Like, I don't look at them, basically, when I look at them then, that car in that time period, and go like, that interior quality is not quite as good as a Toyota from the same period. I don't care. Do you know what I mean? It's evaluated based on its own thing.
I agree, which is why it's very possible,
right,
that they'll be classics.
Right, so like in 20 years when all the interiors of cars are made out of like merino wool or something like that, you're gonna look back and who cares what it's made out of?
But
it's just what it is.
Simplicity is normally the best, and
yep. It's a pretty simple interior.
It is, but there is a cheapness to it. I don't know, actually. I don't know if that's true. We'll see. I like to picture us as old men being,
we were right about the Giulia Quadrifoglio.
And there's like no water on Earth and everyone's dead. And like, yes. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, we were right about the values of the Giulia Quadrifoglio.
You won the water wars. Congratulations. Yeah. The next one.
Yes. Ooh, yes.
Now this one follows the formula a bit more.
This is the Cadillac CT5V Blackwing. I love this car. But you know what? This is okay, counterpoint to us deciding that this is a car that's going to become a future classic. I keep forgetting it exists.
Ooh.
right? And I don't know what to do with this information. But a lot
That's a mark against it being a modern classic.
I get a lot of DMs, people saying like, I've got this much money, what car should I buy? I'm looking for something that's fun that I can use every day. And I always forget to recommend the CT5V Blackwing, which is weird because it's one of the best driving sports sedans in history.
It gives you a manual.
Yeah.
It gives you a supercharged V8 that pumps out over 600 horsepower to the rear wheels.
Yeah.
Thomas has slid it a lot.
I think I did the biggest singular skid of my life in that car. It was like a minute. It was just like it felt like a minute long. And it's just such a fun car to drive. The steering is brilliant, the shifter is brilliant, the engine is brilliant, and then it's got Magna-Ride, so you can live with it every single day.
Yeah.
Right?
So,
and it looks good.
668 horses.
Yeah.
A nice ride, a modern interior.
Yeah.
It looks a bit Bruce Wayne-y. I think some people are split on the looks. People think it's ugly. I think it just looks like Wayne Manor-y.
I don't care. I just think that it's nicely proportioned. I mean, it is a Cadillac. I don't know if that,
Yeah.
you know what, actually, things that are going to affect values. Cadillac is now an F1 team as of the upcoming season.
Buy!
Which means that maybe Cadillac as a brand will be viewed differently in 20 years. If they've won 4 Formula One World Championships, the brand is going to be different. That will affect values. Interesting.
Here's something that values don't care about. It is ridiculously poor on fuel economy.
Oh my God.
Ridiculously bad.
Yeah.
All the supercharged V8. Same as the Mustang GT500. Just absolutely terrible. So if you do fancy one of those, prepare your wallet for fuel. According to the price trends feature, they're holding.
They're absolutely holding their value.
You cannot steal one of those.
So consistent. Look at that line. It's almost directly across. Interesting.
Okay, next. This one's an interesting one. The Lotus Emira.
All right, so think about it. When you're cruising your favorite auction site, which is all that James does, by the way. That's literally all he does.
Not true. I don't have a favorite auction site.
He's all of them. He just goes
A
through
real
all of them.
connoisseur looks at all of them.
This is one of those cars that you see it pop up and you go, ooh. It's instantly nice to look at.
Yes.
And on that alone, I think it's going to be sought after. But if you couple that with the fact that it's possibly the last Lotus that's going to be a good driver's car that's light, manual, good steering, all that stuff.
Uses explosions in the engine bay.
Yes, exactly, yeah. It doesn't make a couple of apes throw up,
Yeah.
right?
It's a Lotus EV.
I think that it's one of those cars that's it's going to be, just because of its being the end of Lotus, potentially, is going to go up in value, but you couple that with the fact that it's good looking, it drives really well, it's in an affordable price bracket.
Yes.
Right?
In its current modern day setting, the engine lets it down a bit because there's a lot more exotic stuff going on at the moment with other cars. However, future versions of ourselves won't remember the exact timeline. They won't remember that there was a flat 6 4-litre GTS Cayman at the time, or that the 296 that it looks like had a hybrid 6-cylinder that makes 800 and something. They won't remember. They're going to be like, this is pure.
Also, when you start to look back at what classics are now, like things, cars from the 70s or 80s or whatever, you don't look at them and you don't buy them for the performance.
No.
Most of them.
You know,
right?
you would normally hear, it's actually quick for the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
right?
it just needs to be okay.
And it just needs to be fine. And it becomes more about the experience of the engine or whatever it is. So I think that this is one of those where, yeah, maybe it's contemporaries, more horsepower for the dollar, but I don't think it matters. Right?
I agree. And the pricing trends suggest that they were priced a little bit too high.
Yes.
And it seems to have currently found its home.
Doing a little dip, but it's leveled off. Look at that level off right there.
It's leveled off.
Yes.
Because I think the Evora exists and the Exige exists, and at least there's so many choices that this is still the pinnacle of what Lotus can do.
It's also still in like that teething phase of the new car thing, right?
Yeah, it could go either way. We could be horribly wrong.
Yeah. We might be.
But it doesn't matter. If we'll just turn off the channel.
Yeah.
No evidence.
Yeah, we'll just disappear. You'll never see us again.
Okay, let's go to the more affordable end of what will be one day a classic.
Yep.
The new GR86 and BRZ.
So it's interesting because, our rule is about 5 years, right?
Yes.
But I think I can say with confidence it's all of the 8.6 twins all the way back.
That's cheating.
But, okay, fine. There's these two, but don't forget the other ones because they're really good too.
I think they're going to be a future 240 SX. I think they're going to be A86 Corolla Sprinter. They need to do an Initial D sequel with these cars.
Yeah.
I think they were going to, weren't they?
Yeah, there's something about that. I don't know what happened.
Toyota funded?
I don't know. This is one of those ones that, I think they're never going to be super expensive because there's too many of them.
Yes.
Right?
So it's the best kind of classic.
Yes, exactly.
They'll be resto modded.
Yes, they will be resto modded.
People will give them crazy interiors, upholstered, nuts engines.
Yeah, that's cool.
The fundamentals are there. It's a rear-wheel drive, manual, naturally aspirated car.
Yep.
And if you get the new gen, which is the one we're talking about here, it's a 2.4 litre without the torque dip in the middle.
Yeah.
It's great. It's one of the only current modern day options that has CarPlay and all the fundamentals of what makes a great driver's car under a certain price bracket.
Yeah, so I think just by that alone, it's always going to be sought after, right? Just because there aren't any other options, right? So if you want something from this era that's like semi-affordable and has the sports car formula, this is what you're stuck with.
That's it. And
it's good.
Yeah, and in 20 years, when you want a breath of fresh air of sports car, this will still be one of the only options you might be able to afford.
Yep.
Next, the BMW Z4 M40i Handschalter package.
Very specifically the Handschalter package. Yeah, because the regular Z4 I wasn't a huge fan of.
I think you are the princess finding the pea under the bed, but you have the right to notice the pea.
I didn't understand that. Could you elaborate for them?
I think the differences between the normal Z4 and this one are, for the layman, marginal.
No.
I know, because you're the princess on top of the mattresses with the pea. You never got Princess and the Pea?
I did get Princess and the Pea. I didn't understand it in that context. Now I do. Thank you for clarifying. But yes, I think that the Handschalter package fixed all of the little things that I thought just brought the Z4 below where it should be for the price then, right? But now, with the manual, the suspension modifications that they made, and all of that stuff, it was the perfect little modern package, right? Fun to drive, the right chassis, B58.
Yeah, the engine bay plays host to what will become on its own a legendary BMW engine. Is already a legendary. This is what happens when you don't have the basement.
Yeah.
So I'm standing up for you. Okay. So the Z4, in many ways it did fix it, and it just ended up being a great car.
Well, I think the biggest difference is that it's a manual. That's the big bit.
But this was a car, and one of our only other measures other than the price trends feature on AutoTempest is that our team came away just talking about it. Karston wanted to live with it again. He actually did a great review on the Instagram. That's it. That's all we have. That's our only measure.
Yeah, it was a fun, fast, modern roadster.
Yes.
Right? And it's one of the few cars from this era of BMW that doesn't look like a butt. Right? It's got a nice front end, nice proportions.
I think the proportions it's too small of a car for the proportions it has. I feel like it could be 20% bigger and they would work better.
Have you seen the render of the new gen?
I did see that.
That looks really cool.
Using the new class design language.
Yes.
There's hope for the Z4.
There is hope for the Z4.
But as it stands, the prices for this one are staying nice and steady. So we haven't been that imaginative.
No, we just,
But we want the credit anyway.
Okay, this next one here is a car that we've driven. And there's not that many of these for sale at all.
To the point where there is no price trend graph.
Yes.
It is?
The Dodge Demon 170. The squirrel's really happy about it too.
Yeah.
He's joined in.
Here's the thing. It's the last of the last and the best of the best.
Yeah.
In American muscle.
Yeah.
The end.
Yeah, that's it. Because after this, we have a company now that's all over the map. They don't know what they want to do. They've got this half EV, half Hurricane engine platform that no one likes, right? And so this is the final, potentially, unless they do a complete revamp of the entire lineup, which would cost them inordinate amounts of money, this is the final muscle car.
Yeah. This is the equivalent of enjoying a wonderful steak dinner and you get a glimpse into the kitchen and the chef is pooing in the dessert.
What?
This is that moment to relish the final
Yeah.
good bit of muscle from Dodge.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Well, until we find out that, you know, as a extra little thing, they're going to do a Dodge Demon 170 Last Call Jailbreak Edition or whatever.
Yeah.
Right, and then this one's now pointless.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
That's probably what they're going to do.
But until then, we'll delete this video. Until then,
Yeah.
this is going to be a future classic, and
For sure it is, yeah.
people will love it.
Yeah.
Next, we're almost out of the modern classics now. We have joined together the 718 GT4 RS.
James, the price trend graph doesn't agree with us.
The price trend graph is actually, I'm going to get to that in a minute. It's symptomatic of something else.
Yeah.
The 718 Cayman GT4 RS and the Spider RS are some of the best cars we've driven in the last 5 years. They are brilliant. They're a bit part spinny. They take the best of what Porsche's making,
Yep.
and they put them into that chassis, and it is beautiful.
Yep.
And on the price trend, yeah, Thomas is right. What he's noticed here is that the price trends are on the way down. But
Yeah.
I think that's a product of cheeky dealers,
Yes.
ADM,
You're right.
a greedy market that's finally becoming normal.
Yeah.
And
And a Porsche that's making it hard to get things.
yes,
Right?
but given how good these cars are, given how good that naturally aspirated 9,000 RPM flat six is, there is a floor for these. There's no chance that in 20 years
No,
these are
you're right.
going to be 40 grand.
No. They will. They're going to do. If they do anything, they're going to do this, and they're going to stay here forever.
Yes.
Like forever for all time.
And
right?
depending on what Porsche does, because they keep changing their mind with the future Cayman and Boxster.
Well, wait. So what's the latest? I feel like I see a new announcement. Currently,
every
they're
day,
EV.
Every day it's EV. They're moving it. The next day they've moved it another 10 years back.
Right. Yeah.
This is not happening. They're delaying. Who knows?
Who knows?
But currently these stand as the kings, and I have been tempted more than once to
Don't listen.
start
No.
typing into the
No,
bid
don't
column
listen.
of
No.
an auction
Don't listen to
website.
this.
I have been tempted to type
Jay,
it.
Yeah, he's been tempted to type it. That's as far as he goes into buying cars. How many cars have you bought since you started talking to these people on the camera? How many cars?
In almost 10 years,
Yeah.
maybe 4, 5.
What? Name them.
S4, Golf R, new MX-5, Century, WRX, and then the ones we filmed, so Tofu and the V12 S-Class.
Okay, fine. That's a decent amount of cars. But all he does is just talk about cars that he's going to buy, and then he never actually pulls the trigger. Like the big ones, the big purchases, the big scary ones.
But car enthusiast, am I right? I'm scared of my wife. Anyway, those cars, the 718 Cayman and the
Yeah.
GT4 RS and the Spider RS are brilliant cars, and they'll be modern classics. And I'll hear nothing else.
Okay.
Okay, now we move on to the milkers.
Okay. So that's not the right
The
word.
mummy milkers.
Nope. No, we'll cut that out of the video. So this is our goal here was to look at some cars that maybe you and some people think are good and say,
Or have gotten away with it.
Or
Just
gotten
by
away with it,
being
yeah.
under the radar.
yeah. And we're going to say we disagree or you've missed out. This car is no one's going to want this in 10 years. It's going to plummet in value. It's irrelevant. It's a piece of crap now. It's going to be a piece of crap then. And it's going to be a black mark on that manufacturer as a place in time. Because what we could do is we could say the Cybertruck, or we could say
we've banned ourselves from saying the XM and the Cybertruck.
Yeah,
they're
because
too
like,
obvious.
Obviously, like the XM is all right now. New ones are like 50% off.
Yeah, we've gone. The idea behind this is that in 20 years, these will elicit a.
Ugh.
That's it.
Like, oh, remember when they did that? What were they thinking? What were they thinking? That's the line that you're going to say when you look at these cars.
We start.
Yeah.
This is going to feel so harsh.
It is going to feel harsh.
People worked hard on these cars, and now it's time for them to eat it.
I feel like some of the engineers that worked on these cars had their hands tied by rules, regulations, and or a boss over them saying that all that the people care about is big grills and that the car doesn't need to drive well. All right.
And we may not necessarily agree on all of these, but the first one is the CLE 53 AMG Mercedes.
Is this the one with the heaviest doors ever fitted to a car?
Heaviest doors ever fitted to a car.
Yeah.
It is priced well, I'll give it that,
Yeah.
and it is beautiful,
Yeah.
and that's sort of it.
And that's it.
That's where it ends.
It was very, very crap to drive. This is the one where the engine...
So boosty.
But it was boosty in the wrong way.
Yeah.
The wrong part of the gear. The gearing was wrong for the amount of boost.
Yeah.
And there's some hybrid stuff that kicked in at certain times.
Yeah, it wasn't the same level of hybrid as the E53. It's not the same setup. So
yeah.
hasn't got as much electric assistance.
Yeah.
And it was over boosted and it was heavy.
Honestly, it felt like a car where they had a shell and they're like, all right, what engine do we have? That one. What turbocharger do we have? Put that one on. Do you have any electric motors? We'll put those in. Should we see if they should work together?
Yeah, people are upset. They're upset
don't worry about
killed the C and E coupe.
CLE, yeah.
And the boostiness made it hard to passenger drive. And if you're going to stick the letter E in a Mercedes name, don't make that something that you have to constantly apologize for as a driver.
Yeah, and then the AMG part was nowhere near it. Like there was no AMG-ness to it at all for me, right? It just felt big and stupid and cumbersome and sloppy, and the steering was numb. And no, it's one of those cars that I think we're going to forget, especially because when you said, hey, what about the CLE 53 AMG? Even though I'd driven it, I was like, what's the CLE 53 AMG? I was like, oh, that thing.
Yes.
Right?
Pretty car. And allegedly there's a 63 V8 coming in it.
That might change the game because they'll stiffen the whole thing up. They'll do some more stuff. Like,
we'll see.
That would be different, right? But this one is
currently the price trends are pretty flat, which means that we aren't necessarily in the clear on that prediction.
Yes.
We'll see.
Again, we don't actually know what we're doing.
Next. Now this one is arguably cheating a bit because the price trends look like...
We're right.
They look like a log flume.
But the only reason we're bringing this up is because some people, for some reason, think that this is a good car.
And this is a call out to you, Doug DeMiro.
Oh, I wasn't going to go there.
I'll say it.
Doug?
I'll say it, and
Doug.
I'm scared of you because you're taller and handsomer, but that's where it ends.
Okay.
Comparisons,
Listen,
okay?
You said that this car is good, and I've got beef with you and it and the people who designed it and anyone else that agrees with you.
And if anyone tags you on Instagram because of what we just said on this video, it's not true.
Yeah.
Skip to now.
Skip now.
This is a car that's divisive for many reasons, and I can see why some...
Can we tell them what it is?
We haven't said it.
We haven't said it.
It's the Mercedes-Benz EQS.
The EQS. Okay, first of all,
it's got "oo" in the name.
It looks like when like a dog drops a turd on the ground and then it melts a bit in the sun.
And then dries.
And then dries.
And then gets wet and melts again, and then dries.
Yeah, so that's what it looks like. As an S, is the S, it fails completely because the rear seats are horrendous to sit in.
Yeah, right.
Not nearly enough room.
They're not as comfortable.
Not as comfortable as the regular S.
The ride's not as good.
But the most important thing is that the car was so flipping horrendous to operate as a driver.
It was dangerous.
It was so crap. This was the one where the rear wheel steering was so potent, but not calibrated with the steering, and the speed that it would be turned on at, where it would switch side to side, it was impossible to not feel sick in the car.
And you always thought you were going to hit a wall. This is the one car on the road to this day that when I see it, I go, oh no.
Yeah, what have you done?
And I want to, I can save him. The guy driving, I'll
save him.
I'll save him.
Yeah, this is the one where we picked this and an Audi RS7 up from an airport.
And right. I dibs this because I was like, this is the
cool.
one that had the hyper screen and everything.
And coming out of LAX, when you go past the In-N-Out, there's an on-ramp to get onto the highway to go north. And James called me like 3/4 of the way through the on-ramp to go, this car is dangerous.
Yeah, almost immediately.
You almost put it in the wall because like you had no concept of what you were doing with the car whatsoever.
But I don't think this one will be as controversial. And the prices are plummeting.
They're plummeting, yeah.
And I would argue, even at the current used price of whatever it is, 60, 70, don't get it. You couldn't actually pay me to have this car. You couldn't pay me.
Actually, that's true.
Give me a VinFast.
Oh, would I take a VinFast over this?
I'd at least have to consider it.
Yes, I think I would take a VinFast over this just because I know that driving around in a VinFast is like a meme.
Right.
Because people will be like, okay, I see what you've done. But this is like, I think I'm cool.
Okay.
You just, no. Sorry, it's a terrible car.
EQS, you're terrible.
All right, next up on the list is, okay, so.
It's time to rattle some cages with these next few.
Just hold on. Just hold on before Chris? Harris? Sorry, I don't agree with you on this one. I agree with you on most things. But this, you're off the mark. The new M5 is not good. It's not a good car. It just isn't. Anything to add? Help me out. You're just leaving me on my own. I'm fighting Chris Harris, man.
I think in the modern landscape, it can work, but that will not merit it a good future.
No, it's not it's not an M5 that we're going to look back on and go like, that's when they got it right.
Yeah.
Right?
The materials aren't up to par inside, which is an expectation of the M5.
Yeah.
The suspension, dealing with its weight, is not up to par, and that's what I expect from an M5. The power is M5 level, and that's about it.
That's what it weighs way too much. It overheats its rear differential. Oh, and you try and do a couple skids with it.
It's hideous.
It's not good looking. It's not as bad looking as some of the BMWs, but it's just not, like compared to the F90, the previous gen, it's just not good enough looking for me to want it.
The seats are amazing. There's good stuff going on in there.
Can you stop saying good things, please? I'm trying to help me.
Hold on. I still think it will age like milk.
Yes.
I don't think the recipe will work.
Also, have you seen the slow-mo clip that Jason Camisa did of it launching the wagon version?
No.
Right? So we noticed this when we drove it, but I don't think we ever got a shot of it. But it does like 5 extra bounces as it tries to take off. Because they just didn't calibrate the suspension for how much weight that it has. I think they realized after they stuffed all the batteries and all the crap into it, they're like, hey, if we want this thing to be able to control its weight for real, it's going to have the stiffest suspension ever fitted to a production car.
Yeah. The previous gen M550i or M5 LCI competition, whatever you want, are all much better.
And I didn't even like the M5 competition.
No.
But I drove one back to back with this new car, and it's so much better. It feels like half the weight, more balanced. I'm sorry, I don't like this car. It's just, no one's gonna look back on this one like they do with the E39 M5 or the E28 M5 and go like, that's a legend. No one is going to do that with this car.
I agree.
Except for you, Chris Harris.
I agree. No, I agree strongly.
Yeah.
Also, because if we're wrong, we'll delete the video.
You'll never see this anyway.
All right, this next one's really interesting.
Oh yeah, okay.
This does feel close, doesn't it?
No, see, you can't. You can't break the shoulder line.
Okay.
So I'm the one that pulled this one out. James doesn't necessarily fully agree. However, I have beef with this car because it could have been so much more than it is.
It is the Acura NSX and NSX Type S.
Any of the new NSXs, to be honest. All right, so this is a car that it came out way early in the hybrid supercar era.
Yes.
Originally.
Yeah.
Right? And I think, like, compared to what the Holy Trinity were doing at the time, it was a failure to apply hybridity in a positive way.
Have we made up the word hybridity?
No, you can look it up. I think we may have made it up.
Yeah. Quickly insert it on Wikipedia.
Yeah, we'll just cut that part out if we got it wrong. The NSX is a car that is very comfortable to drive, but I've never driven a car that claims to be a supercar that has failed so comprehensively to light my underpants on fire. I find it dull, I find it boring, and given my utmost effort, I could not get the Type S even to disconnect the rear tires from the pavement. It just understeered, and understeered, and did nothing else. It was not fun. Don't like the steering. Don't really like the power. Don't like the sound that it makes. I don't like the inside of it. I don't like the styling. I don't like anything about it.
There is a meta around this car, and I've seen it on Reddit and other places, that this is sort of a new age LFA. The car that people didn't get when it came out and therefore later will become appreciated.
Nope.
It's a lovely car.
Yeah. If you look at this, if you look at it from the perspective of like, I want something comfortable to get in that's really quick to drive, it's like kind of cool. Like I saw one guy wintering one in Canada.
They look cool. I'm not sure
yes.
about the yellow, but I saw a grey one when they first came out. And
the matte grey looks really good. Yeah, I don't mind that. But I think that if you look at it from the perspective of what a supercar should do, it doesn't accomplish that. It's an excellent daily.
Yeah, exactly. If you speak to wealthy people with collections of 15,
they love this one.
They're like, oh, I love it, it's so comfortable.
Yeah, it's exactly what they say, yeah. You know what this is? This is an i8 if it had more engine.
Yes, interesting.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes, but it has better steering than the i8, but yes.
Yeah.
The problem the Acura NSX has is that the Corvette E-Ray exists, and that came along and just did a better version.
It's just a better version of the NSX in every single way, basically.
And is cheaper than the current average price of these. There you go. If there's a current modern day version that beats it in every way, how could this become the classic at one point?
Exactly. But bam, you see, mic
aged.
dropped. If we had mics, we drop them.
We can't fully drop the mic only because currently the price graph disagrees with us.
We will see about that, AutoTempest, and your collection of data that refutes our claims.
Thank you again for sponsoring.
Yeah.
The last one on our aged like milk list is the new AMG GT two-door coupe 63.
4MATIC plus all-wheel drive.
Yeah.
You have to get them all in.
It is all of that.
Okay, so the main reason that this is a car that's going to age like milk is because the previous version of the car was so much better fundamentally.
Yes.
Right?
Transaxle, dry sump.
Actually, we'll just play the clip of me showing the two engines.
Oh, yeah, okay. I'm not okay with it. Fine.
They're fundamentally different. For example, the old GT has a dry sump system. That means the oil box that holds all the oil for the engine isn't underneath the engine. It's off to the side. So the engine can be mounted lower. Better center of gravity. It's actually very obvious when you have the engine side by side that the new one is quite a bit higher. See how much better that was than whatever James was about to say?
So, and listen, we did the research, we investigated. That video began with finding out where all the extra weight of that car came from.
Yeah.
And it was poo.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
I guess that accounts for some of the weight.
Hey, Mercedes, are you okay?
I am now.
It's just a big, huge...
It was just a huge turd.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was one we also drove back to back on the track with the...
It's pretty.
Yeah.
No, I think it's very pretty.
Yeah, but like, look at the old one.
No, I think in some ways its proportions are more normal than the old one. Normal.
No, but that's why the old one is more special.
It's more special.
Yes.
But I still think this is a more pretty car. And I think that...
I'm not sure I agree with that.
I think it's still wicked fast. And...
It is wicked fast.
Yeah.
I agree. Did you see the lap time it set down?
No, that's what I mean. So it has a lot of stuff going for it.
Yeah.
But generically.
Yeah.
It doesn't take from a pot of... It doesn't feel like someone was inspired at Mercedes. No. It was just like, yeah, I guess we got the thing.
Yeah.
We're doing a video!
Hi!
Turns out he's a lovely guy.
Yeah, it turns out he yelled for no reason. It was a man on a tractor. He looked like he was just doing his job.
No, it's only because he couldn't hear me if I didn't do that. Job. I'm still upset that I wasn't able to talk about the AMG GT differences from the thing.
Oh. Okay.
It's wicked fast, wicked pretty.
Yes.
I think it just will be... It'll fall by the wayside.
But yeah, again, I think the main reason for that, and I hate getting too technical about it, but the main reason is that the thing that made the previous gen AMG GT so interesting and good is that it was a dry sump transaxle with the engine in the right place. You know what I mean? Like, it was special and different to the rest of the AMG lineup.
And here's the thing.
This could be a C63.
Even the old one doesn't get talked about that much.
No, it doesn't.
So what chance does this one have?
Yes, exactly. Good point.
Thank you.
Dead in the water.
Thank you. And thank you to AutoTempest for supporting this video and allowing us to use a price trend. I've never used this before.
It's actually very cool. It's like, I think it's very new.
It's very new. It's in beta.
And you can
say beta, don't you?
I say beta.
Beta.
Yeah. You can basically narrow down what you want to see in terms of price trends as much as you want.
Yeah, we've done it by model, by make, and you can even add the trim. So it's very helpful.
Yeah,
and
it's
very upsetting if you own an EQS. Don't go here if you do.
That's a good idea.
So there you go. Those are our predictions for modern classics versus age like milks.
Age like milk. Do you agree? Are we wrong? Are we out of line?
You're definitely going to get fire for the Acura.
What? No.
You will. It's got. I'm telling you, it's got a fan base.
I've got opinions on that car.
Oh, we forgot one modern classic.
We did?
Yeah, the BMW iX.
No. That wasn't one of them. Two. Let's steal your thunder.
I don't know why, but that was emasculating.
Your clap was worse than mine too. How do you feel any more emasculated?
There you go.
Okay, that's going in the outro. Here we go.